Order. Well, order. I've called Louise Upston for question number 3.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. My question is to the Minister of Finance and asks, how is the government's infrastructure program contributing to building a more competitive economy?
The Honourable Stephen Joyce.
Mr Speaker, on behalf of the Minister of Finance, infrastructure is one of the 6 key areas of the government's business growth agenda. This is aimed at ensuring the government remains focused on what matters to business so they have the confidence to invest, grow and create jobs. The government's multi-billion-dollar infrastructure program is providing the transport, telecommunications, energy and water platforms required by a modern economy. It includes massive investments over several years across all infrastructure sectors, including the roads of national significance and ultra-fast broadband. This will help businesses and the economy grow, as well as supporting thousands of additional jobs in the New Zealand economy.
Louise Upston.
What are some examples of jobs being supported by the government's infrastructure program?
The Honourable Stephen Joyce.
Mr Speaker, on behalf of the Minister of Finance, the government's infrastructure program is supporting many thousands of jobs across New Zealand. For example, nearly 2,000 jobs in the rollout of ultra-fast broadband, an estimated 1,000 jobs over the next 4 years on the Waterview motorway, nearly 1,600 jobs in 2011-12 alone on the Transpower grid upgrade, 1,000 jobs at the peak of the Wirri prison construction, and expected 1,300 jobs at the peak of horizontal infrastructure rebuild in Christchurch. Those are just some examples of the jobs being supported by the government's multi-billion-dollar infrastructure program.
Louise Upston.
Question. What reports has he seen on progress being made in creating a competitive business environment in New Zealand?
The Honourable Stephen Joyce.
Mr Speaker, on behalf of the Minister of Finance, I'm pleased to report that the work we're doing on the business growth agenda, including such areas as exports, skills, infrastructure and innovation, is helping New Zealand to perform very well by international comparisons. The latest Doing Business report, published by the World Bank this week, measures regulations and the ease of doing business for small and medium enterprises across 185 countries. It shows that New Zealand has again retained 3rd place in 2012, ahead of the US at 4, the UK at 7 and Australia at 10. The reality is we don't get real growth until one more business has the confidence to invest, to grow and to employ one more person. So I'm pleased to see this report come out this week.
Louise Upston.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. To the Minister of Finance, what alternative economic approaches would put this progress in building a more competitive business environment at risk, at the cost of thousands of jobs across New Zealand?
The Honourable Stephen Joyce.
Mr Speaker, on behalf of the Minister of Finance, there are a number of approaches that would do that. For example, opposing and stopping the roads of national significance, opposing the ultra-fast broadband project, opposing responsible mining for oil and gas and other resources, opposing the Wirri prison. On the other hand, when you're proposing to print money and build Fortress New Zealand, I suppose you could jettison all the infrastructure jobs because there'd be no economic growth.
Question number 4, the Honourable David Cunliffe.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. To the Minister of Economic Development, does he agree